Good evening. Oh, I'm horribly off center here. I'll fix it in a moment. Hi there. It's well only a week since we've actually gone came back and did the 64 stuff from last summer, and then hello fly around my head. So yeah, no 64 today. It's Amiga, and one of the parties that I've wanted to touch myself for a long time because I've actually attended that party back in 1992 is the Prime Party held by Mirage or however you want to pronounce it in your own language, dialect, tongval or whatever. Held August 1st near Tilburg in the Netherlands. I think I went there with Santa from TRSI, who wasn't called Santa then yet, had a different name, and Sigmatron, who is no longer with us for even a few years, so, enjoy it while it lasts. So, yeah, this is a typical small one-day Amiga party. Most of the bigger parties were in the Nordics, in Germany, but then, yeah, Germany, Netherlands has some stuff as well, Belgium as well. This is 1992, there were a ton of parties, a ton of releases. TRSI Easter Conference comes to mind for me, obviously, as it's what was close to me anyway. Still is. I actually went past the building last week, still there. So there you go. And that's it. So yeah, where are we going here? This is all Amiga 500, by the way. This is all played from real hardware. Mr. Screen is taking a week off. Honestly, because I couldn't find a Raspberry Pi power supply, but it is what it is. So, but yes, next to me is an Amiga 500. It has half megabyte of chip memory, half megabyte of fast memory, and that's your demo machine from the early 90s. So that is what we have. We're gonna play it live. If it crashes, it crashes. If it works, it works, and that's it. So, for you who are tuning in because you saw some strange Twitter or Facebook posts, hello, this is Chips and Bricks, I am an arrogant bastard, and we really try to do this every week. We were on Sundays, but now we're doing Wednesdays because weekends have life again and people are busy and no longer confined in their home, so we are going to do on Wednesdays. So here we are. We play demo scene stuff from real hardware as much as possible. All updated with the SD cards and the USBs and the whatevers, and we have the scan converters and the scalers and everything in between. So this is what we do. If you like this, hit the follow button, the likes, the subscribes. It helps the artificial intelligence from the social media platform to identify us more and do some outreach, because that is what we do. We try to tell people what the demo scene is and was and how fun it was, and that nowadays people are no longer complaining about how much lamers there were at the parties, and that there were not enough elite dudes. So, yes. People have arrived, by the way. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Hammerfront, Decay, Felice, hello there. Wisetgard, Cobrian, nice to see you back. Mayor, hello. By the way, Mayor, Finland trip is booked in October, so let's definitely meet up for a few days. I will be in Helsinki for more or less a week. Pastulio, hey there, how you doing? Good. This is a Dutch party. And if you look at the demo scene today on Amiga, Desire is pretty active, and it also was back then at like 3 or 4 releases at this party, one in competition, and we'll see some Desire releases today, which is fine. They're all nice, and like every release here is worth it. I think I've only filtered out one release that was on Janeway, because it was just like a stupid picture and a scroller and a cartoon, so that's out. Also, we won't play the winning demo because it's not a demo, it's a game. So if you're expecting a roll or die, no, that might be something for a different episode altogether. I did look for the advertisement, the commercial, but that was just so bloody boring, I just left it out. So, no roll or die today. Sorry if that was your expectation. Apologies. In the meantime, let's just get going, because we have more or less 1 hour of Amiga demos and intros, and I like to yap a lot, so that's gonna be a fascinating thing to go through. Let's just go. So oh, by the way, so I'm here, and then of course this is the Amiga 500. Over here, if you reboot it, it will actually boot. It's actual real hardware connected to 5 miles of cable to get this onto your screen in, well, pretty decent HDMI. It's not perfect. We're not using one of those internal Raspberry Pi based HDMI converters yet. We're looking at some of them, although they're not stable enough to use them for our, our own will. So we are still using an open source CAN converter and then using a professional X1 scaler to just stabilize the HDMI and make it into full HD. Good. I've been talking a lot already, so let's just get into it. First demo that we're going to do is by desire, because we're going to start and end with desire demos today, because we totally can, and there's going to be some in between. This one is called Propaganda. It loads for 20 seconds, and I think it starts without music. So let's get this virtual disk in our virtual floppy drive, boot it up, and I have unmuted the Amiga even, so that's good. It's a 20-second load. It starts without music. I've tested it, and there we go. I should not talk for more about 10 seconds. I should have started this earlier. This is, proof we're doing everything live. No edits. If it crashes, it crashes. Anyway, this is the first demo of the show. Enjoy. We'll be back quite a lot of times. Have fun. Welcome. Thank you. This should go away. Now it does. Alrighty, this was the first one of the show, Propaganda by Desire. BBS throw, you will see the lots of these BBS numbers in the during the show. Are you crashed? Okay, no, I thought the mixer had issues. So yeah, also nice filled factor here. Obvious member lists, greetings, stuff like that. It's not the age of the scroller. We're more or less past it in '92, but we're not at the part of like the big track throw, dentro, mega demo. Well, mega demos is before '92 anyway. So this is a good start. Let's just go on with a demo from a smaller group called Jet Set. With production called Jet Set is Back, BEK. So Jet Set is Dutch for beak and back. It's a terrible word pun which I completely fail at explaining. So apologies for that. Small one screener, some text. We'll check it out quickly. For completeness sake, it's in here, and well. There we go. Let's say goodbye to Desire with Propaganda. Desire will be back. And we are going to check out this little Jet Set release. I also forgot to mention, it's a 45-second load. It's quite a large file. So yes, this is loading at actual stuff. So although we are loading from USB stick, we are still loading at original floppy speeds and is at original decrunch because no FPGA stuff in here. Well, in the floppy disk, but whatever. Anyway, decrunch is running. See you after the intro. Jet Set is back and ze zijn stoer en blij, and that's what they're doing. A small little thingy, the BBS's, so we kan jou dag zeggen, so goodbye Jet Set, thank you for attending here. Actually, a really nice little production, and yes, it's lots of animation here, so that explains the huge file size while loading. Let's just continue, shall we? Let's reset the Amiga 500 and go on with a demo by Agnostic Front. It's called Umbra et Imago. Just load a bit. Also interactive because I have to press the left mouse button. Here's the mouse. To go to the next part. It's interactive. There's more interactive things following later actually. With an entire BBS login even, so that's quite neat. So while this dequenches, yes, Agnostic Front, Umbra et Imago, and I'll talk about the disk drive sounds after this one to explain where they're actually coming from, because we don't have a real disk drive. It's time for the greeting in the demo, so it's time for me to pop up again. This was a small thingy from Agnostic Front, Umbra et Imago. Nicely done. Like the little worm cube was more than okay, and nicely put together. Some pretty decent graphics for its time, and very nice music, if I may say so. So on the disk drive sound, so we don't have a physical disk drive in this Amiga. It's using one of those Gotek flash floppy things because they obviously work and are great. However, you can still hear some disk drive sounds every now and then. Why? well, basically Commodore. The isolation, like electrical isolation in the Amiga, is non-existent to, well, crappy at best. And the audio chip, the chip that gives the command to move the disk drive head to, in a position to load something, will actually still send that signal to the cable, to the Gotek, who will interpret it and do nice things with it. But the signal is still there, and because it's I think it's coming from the audio chip actually, or something close to it. I'm sorry, I'm not that good on Amiga internal anymore, so excuse me if I'm wrong. I apologize up front. It's you just hear the signal through the audio output, and that is the tick that you have. And then because we are using all the scalers and compensating things and filters here, that very low sound will actually get picked up by the rest of all the streaming you hear, and you will hear this little tick 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 very faint in the background. So yes, this is the actual loading sound from the Amiga 500, although it no longer has a physical floppy drive. It's 2021 and we are discussing this. That's an achievement, shall we? So let's move on with Devils at end of century 1999. They made the demo Beach Throw for the beach party in France, which in the end didn't happen, but we saw some intros for it. I know there at the Easter conference, TOSI, there was one released, and there was also one released during the summer, I think earlier, to get more people there. In the end, the party didn't happen. We discussed it in a previous episode a tiny bit, and this is nice intro coming up. Lots of text which we'll just flip through with the mouse button, because there's today nothing really interesting in it anymore. I just already start loading this because it's gonna need a while, and then we can yabble a bit more. It's not C64 where you just have fast loaders and just do things. You have to load actual things. This, by the way, is a little boot block, so we'll skip that. Left mouse and right mouse button, and then it's a little welcome Amiga DOS, bounce, and hello. So yes, a party didn't happen. We discussed it before, but still some nice intros were made through it. So good intentions, but it's demo scene, crime scene investigation should find out what actually happened there and do some interviews and disguise people's voices because they want to remain anonymous. Whatever. Anyway, this is Beach Throw 3 by Devils and end of century 1999. Also, welcome to the show if you're watching. We'll talk more in a bit. already going through the info pages here for the actual demo party, which, as mentioned before, didn't happen. So yeah, lots of text. Everything is in the paper invitation, and then they've like put all this stuff in here. Also, this was released 2 weeks before the party, so they were still actively trying to get people to show up. So there, I guess we'll never know. Good. By the way, if you're new here, welcome to Chips and Bricks. We are replaying old Amiga 500 stuff from real hardware. We're focusing on the Prime Party 1992, held early August near Tilburg in the Netherlands, organized by Mirage. Dutch group, so lots of Dutch entries here, lots of Desire stuff, because Dutch group back then, which was at its first peak. Today they're at the second, well, they're very active. So let's just go on with a new entry here. Is from Origin. It's called High Society. Also, we don't have any results for the party. Only top 3, 1, 2, 3 were made public. So there's lots of demos. We don't know which order they ended up in. I do recall this was jury voting. So I actually don't recall anymore. It is 30 years ago. So let's just keep it at that. Okay, well, the ADF is in the virtual floppy drive. Enjoy the sound of the non-existing Ghost DF0 ticking along and loading along. This takes a bit to load, so let's just get that going. About 25 seconds. Oh, and I have to interact again, because I have to skip the effects with the infamous left mouse button. Let's get the volume up already. So yes, if you're checking this out, we do this every Wednesday now, and we do Amiga C64, some other platforms. You might do Mega Drive again one day, or Atari VCS, whatever comes to. Of course, the pool of Amiga Commodore 64 stuff is the largest, so that's what we'll be fishing in mostly. Good. I am the Arrogant Bastard. This is Chips and Bricks. This is all live from real hardware, and let's welcome to a new production by Origin, Netherlands and Finland. there's two things I really like about this demo. First one is this font. If this was in Commodore 64 1x2 font, it would be the coolest font ever. It is. It looks like pot noodle, but it's not. But those little, I don't know, little hooks and little anti-aliasing on it is really cool. Also, the music, if you check it out. These strings are extremely hard to get right on Amiga, because you would just make a sample and they would be impossible to loop properly, and these loop properly. This is for Amiga music. These strings are amazing, and it's the stupid things which is cool. So yes, also graphics nice, the little blobs were nice, little plasma, moving things were nice. All in all, a little solid release here from Origin, also celebrating their Finnish division. I wonder what came of them. So, next is more Desire. Actually, it's from their Belgian division, which would later break away to form Tragedy. We've shown some Tragedy demos here before, and Tragedy did one thing, and that was Front 2 for 2 demos. Tragedy itself, named after Tragedy for You, one of their tracks, and this demo is called Body to Body. And if you know the Front 2 for 2 discography, you know what's coming. Also, the stream is going to hate this one because it is, well, very noisy in a screen. It's limited, but it's still there. But no, this is Desire Belgian release from before they split off and became Tragedy. I don't know why, it just happened one day, and it was okay, cool, because we have more Belgian demo groups. Also, Desire at this point in time was bloody huge. If you look at the member list, it's some of the things you have like gazillions of members doing whatever stuff, and which you can see with all the productions that they did. But anyway, here's Desire, soon to be Tragedy, with Body to Body, as everything in the show released at the Prime 1992 in August of that year in Tilburg, the Netherlands.
Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. carefully.
It kind of loops and continues to kill the encoder, so this is where we are, end of the thing. Body to Body by Desire, not Tragedy. And yes, assumingly, I think that indeed Desire today has as many members as it has now. And look, it even exits nicely to Amiga DOS. Nice. You won't find that file, I'm sorry. So good. This was the second Desire release for this party. There's more to come, by the way. But we shall continue with a smaller intro. Is an intro? Whatever. It's all these are mostly one filers. There are like a few. There's one of two track loaders in there, but most of them are one filers, by the way. By Freestyle, something called Lower Than Low Budget. So let's see how that goes. If it will actually load the ADF, because it's this one has been acting up a bit. Okay, it seems to be okay. Yeah, Lower Than Low Budget by Freestyle, loading and dequenching. And it's a right mouse button to change the pattern, so I will do some button pushing in the meanwhile. There isn't much to it, so let's press right mouse button again. Well, there we go. Changes color, changes bulbs, changes things. Ja, tip van je oma. Knopje drukken. Komt ie goed. There we go. Freestyle Lower Than Low Budget. Toxic Track is next. Very productive. We've seen some of their other productions around here on the show. And mostly into line vector stuff. Well, let's see what this one brings. It's called Yo Neander, and as again, we don't know what place they got in the competition because we only have the top 3, and we haven't gotten to the top 3 yet for the record. So this is all in between and just released everywhere a bit on the party. There were plenty of pack discs, lots of things. Few disc max were released, music discs. Should like maybe do an unscripted version to some music discs because there's also lots of crazy and nice stuff in there, by the way. But anyway, dequenching now, Yo Neander! Exclamation point by Toxic Track. I told you that Toxic Tracks likes their line vectors, and I did like a few releases back in '92, and they're all full of very, very lovely line vectors. And this is another one. Lots of content actually. Just keeps on cracking, pumping out, cracking out. Anyway, producing nice demos for 1992, and this is certainly is one of them. One of the more I don't know, interesting, nicer, longer, better ones of this party. Didn't end up in the top 3, so maybe it ended up number 4, number 5. We don't know. So, in the meanwhile, Bonefish, hello, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while, as most of the world, obviously. Although I was lucky to go to some smaller events in the last few weeks and say hello to lots of people that we haven't seen in, well, 18 months. But yeah, the world is waking up, so that's why we're moving these things to Wednesday, so that we can do stuff on the weekends, like, travel home from parties. And you will exit now nicely. I am planning this like a total profi, which I'm not completely winging this. Next one, shall we? And then we'll explain what we're watching and what we're doing here for those who have just joined us. Up next is Eat This by Panic. It's a short, is it this one? Yeah, yes it is. It's going to be a longer one anyway. So, no, let's just start now. So, hi, if you've just joined us and have no idea what the hell this is Chips and Bricks. We play old demo scene stuff from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, whatever. And today we are running everything from actual hardware, Amiga 500, half megabyte chip, half megabyte fast, original CPU, and lots of hardware to convert this to full HD onto your YouTubes and your Twitches and whatever media this might be uploaded to in the future. Up next is a demo from Panic. It's called Eat This and was released as Everything Today at the Prime 1992 party, which was organized one day only near Tilburg in the Netherlands on the 1st of August in 1992. Let's load this one up. Are you loading? Yes, we are. Mr. Screen is off for today. The Raspberry Pi power supply went missing, and I couldn't be able to get a new one. So, anyway, here we go. Panic with Eat This. I just cannot get it out of my mind that these drums just are samples from the Pet Shop Boys. It's a sin or something like that, like the beat intro. Anyway, this is Panic with Eat This, and as a Super Sunday, hello by the way. Also hello to Malthus and DJ68K. I haven't said hello to yet, so here, done. Welcome, thanks for joining. Welcome back. So, no, the readable scroller, no, there was a thing in the 90s to get like as much side scrollers on screen, and I think still the best one in there is, and we've played this on the show, but we can play it again sometime, is Can't Be by Vision, something that I actually received mail swapping in the late 91, early 92, I forgot a bit of exact time slot, but we played it once, we can play it again, and that's just like not the world record of more side scrollers, but it is the best demo trying to do that, which is cool. These are now the credits for this demo, which will loop for quite a while. I left it running yesterday while testing for like 30 minutes because I just like the music. It is, you know, the things we go through while testing all the demos and intros for this show. Good. Where are we actually in the list? Halfway-ish? Yeah, we are. Well, not time-wise, but demo-wise. We have been doing this for an hour, and it's 1 hour of demos, and then there's 1 hour of me talking. So yes, it's a bit of a show for Wednesday evening. So hello, thank you for sticking around. A smaller one is coming up next. The 3-Day Nightmare by Eclipse. 3-Day Nightmare because that is how long it took to put the demo together. Little screeny, little scroller for completion's sake, but it's a release, and it's not a sucky one, so therefore we put it in here. See, this is used on Cyborg Total Addiction Pack number 8. I should sometimes on unscripted breaks we haven't done for way too long, is that when we do Amiga, we just take some random pack discs from 91, 92, and just check what's on there. Go through them one by one, do 4 or 5 discs in an episode, and just discover them together. And actually, we might find some things for the show here. Anyway, this is loaded. This is the 3-Day Nightmare by Eclipse. For 3 days of work, this is pretty good, and music is they've listened to the music of the day, the EBM stuff, not front, but ABC, Dive, and then some other. I don't know if there must have been some Dutch EBM bands, because there was always a crossover. I just don't recall any. There's some German ones and some French ones, and But Dutch ones? Oh, who knows? Anyway, that might be something to investigate one of these days. Not now. Anyway, a small one by Eclipse called 3-Day Nightmare, because that's what it was to build it. Let's go up to something longer. And oh, it's an interactive one. I get to type this one. That's a cool comment. Good. This is by Cyborgs. Nemesis, the Judgment Day. Yes. Terminator 2 was out, and everything is called Judgment and Judgment Day and whatever you want. So yes, pop culture influences were a thing in the 90s. They still are today, and it kind of shows. Look, oh, I hope you have a written agreement to distribute this, because, well, somebody is doing ads on this. Not me. Anyway, later. Good. That's that. Cyborgs, Nemesis, Judgment... Nemesis, the Judgment Day by Cyborgs. Here we go. This is loading. Here we go. Enjoy. So yes, it's in this easy interactive part where where you can look for messages, and I didn't find any. I just like, you know, TRSI, nothing. Let's try Mirage. Wait, this is a QWERTY, okay. No, nothing. Oh, let's see. Nope, nothing for Raymond B5 either. So yes, also funny because this is actually wired to a German Quetzal keyboard in hardware. So yeah, so that there we go. I couldn't find anything here. It's a nice thing. Sometimes when you enter a group, like a known group, you will get something, but nothing here. If you even tried some of the group names which scroll by and nothing happens, so I don't know. This might not even work. So yeah, good. That is Nemesis Judgment Day by Cyborgs. Up next, a Desire release, again from Desire Belgium, a BBS intro for Phantom BBS, actually made by its Sysup, the Grifter, and if I recall correctly, it was made in Amos. Amos being, the magical game programming language that was around, early 90s, obviously. And this was made in it. Pretty nice for its days, and also interactive. So we get to log into the BBS for up to a certain level, and this is now. Is it loading? Yes, 25 seconds loading. Also, it is. I think this is the first Amiga production where I have some scroll text in it. I've was by chance at the guys' place together with the other guys from Desire Belgium. When they wrote all of this, and I have some scroll text in this. Try to find it. It's out there. So good. Oh look, we are now using Encom. Has been a while since we've used that. Don't forget to set your priority to 20 right under your input device, so you have the most speed. Use your 14400 modem. Let me see. Yes, do I want NC graphics? Yes, we want NC graphics. The usual disclaimer. This is a private system exclusive to membership. Yada yada yada. Do you agree? Yes. Let's agree. Or else we can't get in. Good. It's a private BBS. Oh yeah, my name is Frankie. Okay, my password. Amiga RLZ111WTF. Alright. And we're in. Look. Statistics. Lots of stuff in there in the BBS. I'm watching there because that's where the screen is. So I have to apologize that you have to look at my right here for a moment. I'm rejoined to Amiga Hot, and I think it's gonna take over now. Let's see. Yes, it does. It would go to into the Desire Clubhouse and run the intro for Phantom BBS, actually located in Eeklo, north of Ghent. So say goodbye to Encom. Say hello to the Phantom BBS intro made in Amos. Let's look for the scroller for a while and just come back. And yes, I thought this is pretty cool music, and I had no idea this actually got spread so much because it's a pretty obscure PBS intro, and I don't know anymore if it's sending or receiving it the modem is doing, but we think it's uploading. We looked 10 years ago and we forgot, and it could be uploading anyway. This is a small thing made in a room in Eeklo in early summer '92, I guess. So there we go, the Phantom BBS intro, which was I spent many fun times on that BBS actually. Sometimes I just try to Google for people that use random search engine to find people over there and see if they're around on LinkedIn or Facepalm, and I have been trying to contact some of these guys again. Some I have found, some I have not. So anyway, good. This is the Phantom BBS intro. Love the interactive part with Encom and everything. So there. Up next, we finally get to the top 3 of this party. A demo by Tech called Digital Intoxication, which got 3rd place at the Mirage party. We're looking at the is the Mirage party, which is Prime 92. We were looking at entries from the demos released. It was released at the Prime 1992 party. Everything running on Amiga only, the way it should be. Godverdomme. So let's switch discs. There we go. And get Digital Intoxication by Tech in there. Again, loading takes some seconds. Low 2PD distributors do not include this in your library without written agreement, which is maybe why some of those demos didn't show up in those PD libraries, which I think Felice and Hammerfont discussed earlier in the chat. So this could be why. Anyway, this is loading and decrunching. This is a Tech Digital Intoxication. bit of an interactive part. It has 3 songs you can pick from. There's a mouse pointer here and line vector. So it's 3 tunes to load from, getting sound, it will load the music and do it in here. Like a mini music disc, not the best music disc out there, but well, okay tunes in all. You can just get the links, get them yourself. Just gonna go through them really quickly. I'm not gonna play all of them here. And yes, indeed, as you said, this got third place. It was, if I recall correctly, jury voting. So that might be, well, I don't know. We don't know how much points it got, which got 4th, 5th, 6th place, because we have seen some nice stuff which was not in the top 3. So yeah, it's a thing that's there. So let's quickly jump to the end part, and then we'll go on to the next one. Let's see the end part. And now there will be massive tits everywhere, and we'll get Twitch banned again because I was stupid and didn't check this out. But no, I think I did. Anyway, this is now quickly loading some stuff for the end part. Yep, here we go. I think it's enough scroller. Let's just talk over it. Anyway, it's credits. We've seen the entire demo. This was a Digital Intoxication by Tech. Got 3rd place at the Mirage 92 party. Next up is something that did not get 3rd place. A little one-screener by Lunatics, which has a very Commodore 64 feeling to me. It's just big logos, scrollers. But very Amiga, so very colorful, like very gold-ish, and absolutely cool to look. Like this is. I'm just gonna keep talking over it. Let's just listen to the music for a second. I'll leave the bass line. No, I'll run this for 20 seconds and then come back because it deserves to be seen properly. Yeah, little small production from Lunatics. As said, the little sine wave cosine bounce logo is so C64. It's completely lovely. And yes, as Jonathan said, like yeah, it's like a Mega Demo loader part. It's a very nice big fonts which you could do on Amiga, not on 8-bit platform. So yeah, it like just make it those color bars, make them like. Color cycle a bit, you have a perfect crack intro or something. It could be like this isn't a crack intro. I didn't really check what Lunatics did or has done otherwise than this. So yeah, good. Let's just go on with a bigger demo by Gothic. Come Together. Also did not qualify in the top 3. Nevertheless, a nice demo with a hidden part, which we'll do at the end. Because you watch the demo first, and only then we go to the hidden part. This is also a bit of a load, I think, and a decrunch. So let's just keep talking here for a second. Temixa, Evil, by the way, thanks for joining. Both of you, people working in the background who haven't talked, just say hello. I know you're there. It's it keeps the artificial intelligence up, and yes, this basically crap memory was there before and it didn't crash, so let's hope that it does its thing, else we will just power cycle the 500 here. But it went perfectly during tests yesterday, which is infamous peak 4. This is going to go horribly wrong, and Real Dozer, yes, Stream Killer is that's what we do. Anyway, this is Gothic with Come Together, released at the Prime 1992. Amiga demo running from real hardware. So yes, there is a hidden part, and thanks to the internet, I know where it is. Let's quickly load it up. We'll have to kill the stream again. We're gonna have to go through this very, very nice decrunch screen again. So this is what it is. And yes, it is when starting the demo, you hold left and right mouse buttons. So let's just, when it stops loading, just keep them pressed, and then we get to the hidden part. Nice little thingy. For one filer, it's okay. So we say goodbye now to the stream while this decrunch screen is going horribly wrong in so many encoding ways that I can actually hear the fan of the encoding PC here spinning up, because it just really, really, really hates this. So yes, the hidden part of Come Together by Gothic should be there anytime now. You'll just, if you recognize the music, just throw it in the chat, and let's see who wins and gets it first. Also, we find out who has the lowest latency, coming back to here and then back again out into the chat, shall we? Mouse buttons are pressed. We are waiting for the decrunch to complete and for the stream to stabilize again. And because everything is live, no edits, no video. If it crashes, it crashes. If it works, it works. If the stream dies, well, we'll have to reconnect. But for now, I have 0% dropped frames, which is a bloody success on its own, because sometimes it just doesn't like this. This is taking a bit. No hammer font, that's not it. Nice try though, and that would explain the huge file size that we are now decrunching for. So let's just see what happens. All right, just quickly release the mouse buttons, and it could be stuck actually. That it has crashed somewhere in its decrunch loop. So let's give it like 10 more seconds. It ran before, it might not run now. Okay, 10, 9. Yeah, this is not happening anymore. So anyway, let's move on. We'll see if we can do it later. Anyway, intro for the Mirage Prime conference by Giants is next. There's an intro. Do we have something special here? Yes, left mouse button for the second part. So we'll loading this up, decrunching, and then hopefully have something that works. The intro of the Mirage Prime conference party, whatever, by Giants. Giants 1992, little production here. The intro for Mirage Prime Conference, yada 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 yada. Demo names are way too long sometimes, this is one of them. Anyway, up next is the demo that got second place at the party. We're not gonna do the first place because that was a game. It was a roll or die, which we're not gonna do here right now. We might do it later on. I'll skip it one. So yeah, we're gonna do some messages first. Because that's also important and it's for Outreach and whatever. So if you like this, and we really would like if you would just hit the follows, the likes, the subscribes, the thumbs up, and stay in touch. We have social media links, website links, and everything. Yes, not everything is up to date. I have to do everything myself, and it might be a bit behind. But anyway, that's where we are. You can find us. Easiest would be the Facepalm page and Twitter, to be honest, to keep updated on new things happening. And then if you follow and like and subscribe on the YouTubes and the Twitches, you'll also get a message when something goes live, which is at the moment every Wednesday. We used to be on Sunday, we moved to Wednesday because Sundays have become busy with parties, events, and coming home from events, actually. What still is there is our friends from consolecabels.be. They still support us, still, with all the cables, power supplies, video cables, whatever you want. There's a demo scene friendly discount. CB, €5 for a €30 purchase. There we go. So, let's run the second place demo of this party. Last one of the show. We'll be back for final messages after that, which is, of course, by Desire. Fourth of 4 demos in this show by Desire. Should maybe do like a Desire show. And then, we can have Raymond B5 announce it in the non-GDPR compliant Desire mailing list that all the releases get mailed upon. So, yeah, that's the thing. Good. Desire with Menace, and somewhere this is the we have seen too much of Jesus on Ease and are going with it. It seems to loop, although it does exit nicely at the end, if I recall. Let's go back to the Amiga, by the way, so we can see it loading and not my face. Anyway, a Desire production in 1992, released at the Prime 92 party. How long does this have to load? 60 seconds, I'll be here for a bit. Good. Big demo. 1 Mac users disconnect your external disk drives. So yes, this needs every little bit and byte of available memory that we have here in our Amiga 500. Again, running from real hardware. Mr. Screen is off for the week, so we cannot show it. At 0.5 MB chip, 0.5 MB of fast memory, your default Amiga demo box from the early 90s. It's a one of these older revisions where the revision, I said it, where the power LED goes completely off and not just stays dims when the audio filter is toggled with. So it's an older version, but works fine. Thanks for the Belgian Amiga Club, by the way, for sourcing this thing and selling it to us for a probable price. Anyway. Logo by BIP of Desire. Lots of Desire stuff in here. See you after this demo. time for the credits in this absolutely not seen too much Jesus on Ease demo by Desire called Menace. Really nice. Nicely done, lots of work went into it, lots of small effects if you're into this. Not the biggest fan, well, not all people will be the biggest fan of this demo. I like it, it's more than okay, it's homage, if you say so. So yes, by the way, also, RBR, thank you for the raid, you just came in time for the end, sorry. Chucky, hi there, also nice, always nice talking to you, and yes, this is, when the filter is on, the power LED on this revision goes completely off. It's might actually be a 1.2 machine which was put in with a 1.3. It's one of the older ones. I have it on record somewhere which revision this motherboard is. I'll try to look it up. It's actually, if you feel like it, it's somewhere in my facepalm thread where I posted this. Anyway, that's it for today. This was Chips and Bricks number 53 already, and you have been watching Amiga stuff from the Prime 92 party. So that's it. Next week we'll be back on Wednesday, very likely. Don't have anything planned there. No, I haven't. Anyway, so we'll see what happens there and who brings what. Thank you for tuning in. As always, hit the likes, hit the subscribes, hit the follows, and the whatevers to make the artificial intelligences of the social media more aware of us. That's it for me. I've been an arrogant bastard. This has been Chips and Bricks. As always, thanks for watching. I've said this too many times again. It's time for the Guru. Not Guru Josh, not 1990. Anyway, have fun. Bye bye. See you soon. See you next week. And, take care of yourselves.